Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Fluency Podcast. I hope you're doing well, relaxing, breathing, and ready for another slow, warm, and natural English conversation. Today's episode is going to be very special because we're talking about one of the most common questions in English. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, yes. This question is everywhere. Job interviews, new friendships, online meetings, classrooms, even casual situations. But the problem is, most learners freeze when they hear it. They're not sure what to say, how much to say, or how to sound natural. So today, we're going to guide you through it.
And we're not just giving you sentences, we're giving you confidence. We want you to speak from your heart, slowly, naturally, the way natives do. So sit back, relax, and let this episode flow.
Sarah, imagine I'm meeting you for the first time. We're sitting somewhere peaceful, maybe in a cafe, sipping something warm. I look at you and say, "So, tell me about yourself."
That question always makes people think. But here's how a native might respond. Slowly, gently, comfortably. Something like, "Well, I'm someone who loves learning. I enjoy meeting new people, and I'm always looking for new experiences." See? Natural, soft, not stressful.
Exactly. Short, friendly, not a long life story. Just a warm first introduction.
I always tell learners, when someone says, "Tell me about yourself," you don't have to start with your job or your achievements. You can start with your personality. Something simple like, "I'm a calm person," or "I'm someone who loves creativity," or "I'm a hardworking person who enjoys learning new things."
Yes, soft personality introductions make you feel real. Let me try one. If I had to describe myself, I'd say I'm someone who tries to stay positive, even when things get tough. See? Easy, natural, human.
And the beautiful thing is there's no right or wrong, just honesty. After personality, you can talk about your daily life. Not big details, just simple descriptions. For example, I usually start my mornings with a cup of tea and some quiet time. Or, I enjoy going for walks because it helps me clear my mind.
Daily habits are great because they're safe, simple, and relatable. Let me try. Well, my days are pretty simple. I read a lot, I try new things, and I spend time improving my skills. That's it. Natural, soft, easy to understand.
Leo, let's get a bit emotional. Sometimes tell me about yourself isn't just about facts. It's about feelings. Like, what kind of person are you? What matters to you? What makes you, you?
Yes, emotion makes language beautiful. For example, I might say, "I'm the kind of person who values kindness. I believe in helping people, in being patient, and in staying honest." That tells someone much more than just my job or my age.
Exactly. When you open up, even just a little, your English becomes stronger. Okay, Leo, let's pretend we're doing a soft introduction. You ask me about myself, and I'll respond slowly, naturally, emotionally.
All right. So, Sarah, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm someone who loves meaningful conversations. I enjoy calm moments. I am a bit introverted, but I care deeply about the people in my life. I love learning, teaching, and understanding others. See? peaceful, right?
Very. Now let me try. Well, I'm the kind of person who likes simple things. A quiet morning, a good cup of coffee, honest people, and honest conversations. I try to stay grateful, even on difficult days. And that's enough. You don't need a long essay.
Now, if someone wants to know more, you can add small background details. Not too much, just enough to paint a picture. Like, I grew up in a small town and I loved spending time outdoors. Or, I've always enjoyed exploring new places and learning new things.
Or something like, I come from a family that values education and kindness. Again, warm, human, simple.
Let's take a moment and just breathe. Because this episode is not just about learning English. It's about learning yourself. It's about learning how to present who you are with confidence, with calmness, with authenticity.
And I want our listeners to know you don't need perfect English to express yourself. You need honest English, soft English, simple English. And that's enough.
Let's give our listeners more real expressions native speakers use. Like, I'd say I'm a pretty easygoing person. Or, if I had to describe myself in one word. Or, I'm someone who values growth and learning.
And for talking about hobbies, I'm really into reading. I've recently started learning photography. I enjoy spending time outdoors. These sound very natural.
Leo, what's one thing about yourself that people don't usually know?
I'm actually very reflective. I spend a lot of time thinking about life, about decisions, about people. What about you?
I get overwhelmed easily, but I try to manage it by staying calm, breathing, and focusing on the present moment. See, these honest lines help you connect with people.
You know, Sarah, when someone says, "Tell me about yourself," they're not asking for your CV. They're asking for your story, your humanity, your softness, your spark.
Yes, and the beautiful thing is, everyone has a story. Even if it feels simple, even if life feels ordinary, there is always something beautiful in you, something worth sharing.
And that beauty comes out when you speak slowly, calmly, from your heart.
Leo, I feel like we still have so much to talk about. Confidence, body language, mistakes learners make, deeper introductions.
Yes, absolutely. This question, "Tell me about yourself," is bigger than people think. We can go much deeper.
So we won't stop here. We'll continue this in part 2.
There's so much more to explore, and we want our listeners to feel fully prepared.
So stay with us, because in the next part, we're going to help you create your own introduction, step by step, naturally, beautifully, confidently.
We're not ending the episode here. We're just pausing the conversation and continuing soon.
This is just the beginning.
Yeah, Sarah, like you said, this is just the beginning. We've opened the door, but there's so much more inside. The question, "Tell me about yourself," isn't small. It's actually one of the deepest questions in any language.
Exactly. And I want our listeners to feel comfortable exploring that depth. Because you're not just learning English, you're learning how to express your identity in English. That's powerful. It takes courage. And we're here to guide you slowly, gently, naturally.
Let's start by helping you build your own introduction. Not a memorized script, but something real, something that sounds like you.
Right. So let's break it into simple parts, very small parts, and take our time. Let's start with the simplest question. Who are you in one sentence? Not your job, not your education, just you. You could say something like, I'm a calm person who enjoys learning new things. Or, I'm a creative person with a curious mind.
Yeah, and let's slow down. Take a moment, think about yourself. If you had to describe your personality in one sentence, what would you say? Quietly, softly, without pressure. Next, you can talk about things you enjoy, but not in a list, just naturally. Something like, I love spending time outdoors because it helps me think. Or, I enjoy reading because it takes me into different worlds.
This part shows the listener what makes you happy, what fills your life, what gives you calmness. It also makes you relatable. Now you can mention your current life. Not too detailed, just a simple line like, right now I'm focusing on improving my English and building confidence. Or, currently I'm working on developing new skills for my future.
This tells people where you are in your journey, not your whole history, just your present moment. This part is beautiful because when someone knows what you value, they understand you deeply. You can say, I value kindness, or I believe in staying positive, or I tried to live a simple and peaceful life.
These sentences are simple, but they add emotion. They make you sound human, thoughtful, real.
Sarah, let's give a real example. I'll pretend someone asked me, tell me about yourself.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm someone who tries to stay positive and patient. I enjoy reading, learning new things, and having quiet mornings. Right now, I'm focusing on personal growth and improving my skills. I value honesty and meaningful connections. That's it. Calm, smooth, no pressure.
Beautiful. Now I'll try. Well, I'm a calm and reflective person. I enjoy creativity, simple routines, and peaceful moments. These days, I'm working on learning new things and staying grounded, and I really value kindness and understanding. That's my introduction. Soft, natural, and true.
You listening right now, I want you to know something. You don't have to be interesting to introduce yourself. You don't have to impress anyone. You just have to be yourself, and that's enough.
Yes. And you don't need big English words. Trust me. Native speakers rarely use big words when introducing themselves. They keep it simple. You can too.
Let's go deeper, because sometimes people ask follow-up questions like, what do you like doing in your free time? Or what kind of person are you?
Yes, and this is where learners get nervous. But there's nothing to fear. Let's give them natural responses. If someone asks, what do you like to do in your free time? You can say, I like spending time with my family. I enjoy simple things like walking and listening to music. I love learning new skills. It makes me feel alive.
Soft, warm, real. Another common question is, what kind of person are you? You can respond like, I'm someone who tries to stay patient and grateful. Or, I'm the type of person who enjoys peace and avoids drama.
Yes, these answers are natural and deeply human. let's pause for a moment. Close your eyes if you can, and imagine someone asking you, "Tell me about yourself." Don't panic. Don't think too much. Just breathe. And say something simple, gentle, honest.
You don't have to be perfect. Your English doesn't have to be perfect. Your introduction doesn't have to be perfect. What matters is that it feels real. I want to help our listeners create their own introduction. So here's a simple pattern. Start with personality. Mention hobbies or interests. Talk about your current focus. Share one personal value.
Let's fill it in slowly. For example, I'm a calm person. I enjoy reading and spending quiet time alone. Right now, I'm improving my English. I value kindness.
Perfect. This is a natural, beautiful introduction for anyone.
Leo, what's one thing about yourself you wish more people understood?
Maybe that I'm more sensitive than I look. I feel things deeply. I think a lot. And sometimes I need time to process my thoughts.
That's beautiful. For me, I think people don't realize how much peace means to me. I like calmness, quiet spaces, slow conversations. It helps me stay balanced.
You know, conversations like these help learners understand that English isn't just a language. It's a bridge between hearts.
Leo, we've shared so much today, but there's still more we need to talk about, like how to answer "tell me about yourself" in job interviews, how to talk about strengths and weaknesses, and how to stay confident even if your English isn't perfect.
Yes, these are important, and they deserve time. Deep time, not rushed, not squeezed into one episode.
So, we're going to continue this journey in part 3. We're not ending here. We're just continuing the conversation later.
There's still more to explore, and we want you to feel ready, calm, and confident.
The story isn't finished. This conversation isn't finished.
We'll continue right from here in the next part. So yes, Sarah, we've guided our listeners through the deeper parts of self-expression, but we still haven't talked about the most challenging moment. The moment when someone asks you, "Tell me about yourself," in a professional setting.
Yes, this is where so many English learners freeze. They know who they are emotionally, but when it comes to job interviews, new workplaces, professional meetings, they suddenly feel blank, empty, unsure.
And that's okay. It happens to native speakers too. But today, we're going to end this episode by giving you a complete, confident, natural way to introduce yourself in any situation. Let's break it down into 3 easy parts: who you are, what you do, what you aim for.
And remember, you don't need big words. You need clarity. Start with something simple like, "My name is Aslam, and I'm a responsible and dedicated person."
Or, "I'm someone who enjoys learning and growing in my work." Then tell them what you do or what your experience is. "I have experience in customer service and communication." Yes, even small experience counts. Or, "I've worked in office support and administrative tasks."
If you're still learning or unemployed, say, "I'm currently improving my skills and preparing for new opportunities." Finish with a purpose. Something like, I'm excited to work in a place where I can grow and contribute. Or, I'm looking for a role where I can use my skills and learn from others.
Simple, clear, strong. Let me give a full example in one flow. Hi, my name is Ahmed. I'm a calm and dedicated person who enjoys learning and growing. I have experience in office support and communication, and I'm currently working on improving my English. I'm looking for an opportunity where I can grow, contribute, and continue developing my skills.
Perfect. This is the kind of introduction that works anywhere. Interviews, online meetings, new workplaces, new cities. Let's teach a few small tricks. Not grammar tricks, psychological tricks. Pause before speaking. It makes you sound calm. Use short sentences. Long sentences make you nervous. Speak slowly. Fast English sounds uncontrolled. Smile gently. It makes your voice warm.
And remember, confidence is not speaking perfect English. Confidence is speaking your English clearly, slowly, honestly. After you introduce yourself, they usually ask a few simple questions. Let's teach them natural responses.
Say something simple. I'm patient. I'm hardworking. I learn quickly. I stay calm under pressure.
Never say, I don't have weaknesses. Instead, say, sometimes I overthink, but I'm working on staying more relaxed. Or, I used to struggle with English confidence, but I'm improving step by step.
A calm answer. I see myself growing, learning, and taking on more responsibilities.
I'll build a full professional introduction right now, slowly, so listeners can imagine themselves speaking it. My name is Aisha. I'm a responsible and positive person who enjoys learning. I have experience in communication and organizing tasks. Right now, I'm improving my English and building new skills. I'm looking for a role where I can contribute, grow, and support a good team.
Beautiful. Anyone listening right now can take this as a template, a guide, a confidence booster. Before we close today's episode, I want to say something to every learner listening. Your story matters. Your voice matters. Your English journey matters. Every small step you take, every sentence you try, is progress.
Yes, and tell me about yourself is not just a question. It's an invitation to share your truth, your journey, your identity.
Don't compare yourself to others. Don't rush. Don't think you're not enough.
You are enough, just the way you are.
And with this, we complete episode 31. A full journey into understanding yourself and expressing yourself in English.
Yes, from emotional self-introduction to natural conversations to professional introductions, we covered it all.
Thank you for listening, for learning, for growing with us.
This is not the end of your journey, but it is the end of this episode.
We'll meet again in the next one.
Until then, stay calm, stay confident, and keep speaking.
This was the English Fluency Podcast.